taste of the real world. I got battered on the North Shore. It gave me comfort when I always knew that. You were there for me next door. I lived it hard on the long road. I ran through every single zip code. I get lonely, but I always knew that. Your heart I could call home.
Hello, what's up mga kamat learner? Isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ako pa rin ang inyong abot kamay na math teacher at edu creator sa mathematics, si Sir Ash. And today ay magkakaroon tayo ng panghuling discussion sa ating reviewer series in preparation for the second quarter examination para sa ating mga minamahal na grade 10 students. Alright, so mga grade 10 students dyan, makinig kayo at mag-aral at panoorin ito. Tune in, do not tune out. Okay? Kasi para sa inyo ito. So wag na natin patagalin pa at wag na tayong magpatumpik-tumpik pa. Let's do this. Alright, question number 1. Which of the following is not a polynomial function? Is it A, y is equal to 3 square root of x plus 7? B, g of x is equal to 9 minus x over 2? C, f of x is equal to x cubed minus 9x minus 7? Or letter D, p of x is equal to square root of 5 minus x squared. I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, math learners, paano nga ba natin malalaman kapag ang isang equation ay hindi polynomial function? Madali lang ito, my dear math learners. Bakit? Kasi ang una mong titingnan is dapat ito ay hindi naka-violate sa apat na condition. Okay, so kapag ito natamaan niya ang isa sa mga condition na ito, ibig sabihin hindi na polynomial ang iyong equation. Okay, ano nga ba itong apat? Number 1, kapag ang variable mo ay nasa loob ng square root symbol. Okay. Number 2, kapag ang iyong variable ay merong exponent na negative. Okay. Number 3, kapag ang inyong variable ay merong exponent na fraction or rational exponent. And panghuli, kapag ang inyong variable ay nasa denominator side. So therefore, kapag may tumama dyan sa apat na yan, hindi na yan polynomial function. So titingnan natin dito kung meron bang nakatama doon. Alright. So letter A, ayun, meron na tayong sagot agad kasi itong variable natin ay nasa loob ng square root symbol. So therefore, it is not a polynomial function. Ayan. Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. So as you can see dito, the variable is in the numerator. So pasok, pwede pa. Ito naman, whole number siya or whole, hindi siya sa denominator side. And then, ito naman letter D, though meron tayong square root, pero yung variable niya ay nasa labas ng square root. Okay, so pasok pa rin as a polynomial function. I hope that is very clear to you, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to question number 2. Given the function f of x is equal to 36 plus 36x minus 13x squared minus 13x cubed plus x to the 4th plus x to the 5th. Ayun ang okay. Question is, what is the degree of the given polynomial function? Is it A, 1, B, 5, C, 13, or letter D, 36? 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, math learners, napakadali lamang ng tanong na ito. Kapag pinag-uusapan ay degree of a equation or function, ang degree ay yung pinaka-highest or yung pinaka-na-highest pa. Okay. So, ang degree ay yung pinaka-mataas na exponent. Alright. So, ano bang pinaka-mataas na exponent sa given natin? Ayun, to the 5th power. So, therefore, our degree is 5. Ayan. Very easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to question number 3. Given the same function, ito pa rin. What are the zeros of the function? Okay, is it A, 1, 2, and 3? B, 1, positive and negative 2, positive and negative 3? C, negative 1, positive and negative 2, and positive and negative 3? And letter D, positive and negative 1, positive and negative 2, positive and negative 3. Alright, I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, math learners, sa katanungan ito, unang-una ay titingnan natin ang ating function. Okay, so as we can see, we already know kanina na this is in the 5th degree, right? So, ibig sabihin, in the 5th degree, we are expecting a maximum value of x na 5 lang kasi 5th degree. Hindi pwedeng dumating sa 6. Tama? Pero pwede siyang mas maliit kaysa sa 5 because we could consider to have a multiplicity. Ano ba to multiplicity? Kapag yung number o yung value ng x ay nagpabalik-balik. Now, in our given choices, meron tayong letter D dito na 6 na. Itong positive and negative 1, dalawa na yon. Same goes to 2 and same goes to 3. So, 6 na lahat. Therefore, this is not the correct answer. Mali na yun. Okay. So, we only have 1, 2, and 3. So, itong dalawa, mayroong positive 1 and then ito may negative 1. So, hindi kasali si positive. Okay. So, basically, my dear math learners, mas madali itong isolve kung isa-substitute natin. Okay, let's try kasi may dalawang 1 dito. So, possibly, baka sa kanilang dalawa makukuha ang sagot. Kung hindi, o di automatic C na yun. Okay, let's try here. Okay, my dear math learners, para mas mapadali natin isolve ito, pwede tayong gumamit ng synthetic division. So, we have, let's say, if this is positive 1, then we put there 1, okay? And then we get the coefficients of our terms. So, magsisimula tayo sa highest. So, we have here the coefficient 1. Ito naman 1. Ito negative 13. So, we have 1, 1, negative 13. We also have negative 13. We have 36 and positive 36. All right. So, we will now use the synthetic division. Okay. Pasensya na kayo sa aking line. All right. So, remember in the synthetic division, bring down, multiply it to your factor, and then you add. Okay. So, we bring down 1. We multiply it by 1. So, 1 pa rin. So, okay. So, 1 plus 1, that is 2. 2 times 1, that is 2. Alright? Then, negative 13 plus 2, that would be negative 11. Negative 11 times 1, that is still negative 11. Alright? So, if we add them, this will become negative 24. Okay. Times 1 na naman, this will become negative 24. Okay. And then, if we add them, this is positive 12. Positive 12 times 1, that is positive 12. Therefore, the answer for this is 48. Hindi siya 0. So, if that is the case, my dear math learners, hindi factor ang 1 sa given na ito. So, therefore, this 1 is wrong. So, mali na ang 1 natin dito, mali na din ang 1 natin dito. So, therefore, mali ang A at B. Ayan. And we already got the correct answer. That is letter C. Ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Right? Now, let us go to question number. Given the function, yun pa rin, what is the constant term of the function? Is it A, 1, B, 5, C, 13, or D, 36? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, math learners, para sa katanungan na ito, kapag tinatanong kayo ng constant term ng isang function, very, very easy lang. Bakit? Because what you will do is you will just find the constant term. Ibig sabihin, yun yung number na walang katabing letter. Okay? Or walang katabing variable. Okay. So, variable, 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 variable. Ito ang walang katabing variable. So, therefore, this is the constant term, meaning that is our answer, 36. Alright. Napakadali lang, my dear math learners.
Easy, right?
Okay. Now, let us go to question number 5. A demographer predicts that the population P of a town, T years from now, can be modeled by the function. Ito yung function na yan. 10,000 plus 150t plus 400t squared minus 3t to the 4th plus 5t to the 5th. Okay, what will happen or what will be the population 5 years from now? Is it A, 34,500, B, 32,250, C, 28,720, or letter D, 17,250? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, math learners, paano nga ba sagutin ang tanong na ito? Simple lang. Ang gagawin natin is to substitute 5 to the value of our t. So, therefore, this will become 10,000 plus 150 times t plus 400 plus 150 times 5 plus 400 times 5 squared minus 3 times 5 to the 4th plus 5 times 5 to the 5th. Alright. So, in that case, let us try to solve this problem. So, first, let us write 10,000 here. Okay? 10,000. Yeah. Plus 150 times 5 plus 400 times 5 squared. Okay? Minus 3 times 5 to the 4th. Okay? Plus 5 times 5 to the power of 5. Okay. So, in solving this one, of course, let us follow the PEMDAS rule. So, mamuuna muna ang exponent bago mo i-multiply siya. Okay. So, therefore, in this case, we will have 10,000 plus 150 times 5. So 5 times 15, that is 750. Alright, plus. So 5 squared is 25. 25 times 400, that would be 100. So, dalawang 0 after 100. Ayan. So 10,000 na. Minus. So 5 to the 4th. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 5 na naman, 25. So 25 times 25, 625. So 625 times 3. So, 25 times 3, that is 75. Yung 6 naman sa 625 times 3 na naman, 18. Ayan. So, 1,875. And then, we have here, ano ba to? 5 to the 5th power times 5. So, ano ba yung 5 to the 5th power? So, 625 yung 5 to the 4th, right? Tapos, i-multiply mo na naman ng 25. So, that is 15,625. Okay. So, if that is the case, we have here 15,000 plus 10,000. That would be 25,000 plus 10,000 na naman. So, magiging 35,000. Tapos, may dagdag pa na 750. Okay? So, medyo malaki-laki na. Magiging 36,000 na yon. Tapos, may minus 1,800. So, nasa estimated, nasa 34,000 na tayo doon. Oh, ayun. So, this is our final answer for this problem. Letter A. Ayun, my dear math learners. If you want to really check that one, you can use your calculator at home. Okay, my dear math learners. Okay, let's try if we are correct. 34,500. Ayun. Alright, sabi kong na nga ba sa inyo, madali lang. That's the power of estimating. Okay, my dear math. Yes, let us go to question number 6. Given the polynomial function, ito iba na. F of x is equal to x cubed minus 6x squared plus 11x minus 6. How many possible turning points does the given polynomial function have? Is it A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 5? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, math learners, para sa katanong ito, napakadali lang. Bakit? Ang gagawin lang natin is to think that the turning point, okay, ang turning point natin is basically the degree minus 1. Okay, that is how you get the maximum turning point of a given function. So, our degree here is 3, tapos turning point minus 1. So, 3 minus 1. So, the answer is 2. Ayun! Napakadali lang, my dear math learner. Okay, I hope you got that one. Now, let us go to question number 7. Given the polynomial function, okay, ito pa rin. How do you describe the behavior of the graph of the function? Okay, is it A, falls to the left and rises to the right? B, rises to the left and falls to the right? C, falls to both left and right? Or D, rises to both left and right? Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this problem. Okay, math learners, para sa katanungan ito, napakadali lang kasi merong technique dito. Okay, so pag sinabing falls from the left, the arrow started downward and then going to upward. Okay, ganyan ang ibig sabihin. Ito naman, rises to the left, so ibig sabihin, mag-rise to the left siya, then it falls to the right. So papunta ganyan. Okay, so most likely, gaganon-ganon na yun, pero dito pa rin ang landing pababa. Okay. Ito naman, falls to both left and right. Falls to both left and right. Okay, ganon. And ito, rise to both left and right. Ayan. So, saan dito sa apat na ito ang tamang kasagutan? Of course, ang technique dito is to check your A. Si A yung katabi ng inyong highest degree or the degree. So, this is our degree, right? Degree of 3. So, our A here is the coefficient. So, wala tayong nakikitang number dito, my dear math learners. Ibig sabihin, meron niya siya nakatago na 1. Okay. Now, if that is the case, it means it is positive. Okay. So, kapag positive, itong si letter B at si letter C, mali na yan. Kasi, it means kapag positive siya, it is always increasing. So, it starts from below, then going up. Or, it goes upward lahat. Okay. So, meaning, itong B natin na nagsimula siya sa akyat, then pababa. So, mali na yan. Okay. Ito naman, puro baba. Okay. So, next, paano natin malalaman na either ito siya, itong ang sagot natin, or itong both upward, or itong increasing. Okay. So, again, the first thing is to check for A. If A is positive, it could be like this. Ito, both upward yan siya. Okay? Or it could be like this. Okay, increasing. Now, the next thing we should consider is the degree. Okay. If the degree is even or odd. Ano yung even or odd? Okay. If it is odd, yan. Hindi odd na plus, ha? Okay. When we say odd, yun yung hindi divisible by 2. And if it is even, ito yung divisible by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Odd, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. So, if it is odd, then it is increasing. If it is even, then the arrows will be both. Okay, pag ganon or pag ganon. Okay, so as we can see here, our 3 here is odd. Okay, so this is increasing. Therefore, the correct answer for our given is this one. All right, my dear math learners, I hope you got that one.
Easy, right?
Yes, easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to question number 8. Okay, given the polynomial function, okay, ganun pa rin. How do you describe the behavior of the graph relative to the x-axis? Okay, two of the roots are tangent to the x-axis and other crosses. B, two of the roots cross the x-axis and other is tangent. C, all of the roots are tangent to the x-axis. Or D, all of the roots crosses the x-axis. Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, ang technique dito is very simple lang. Okay? So, first things first, paano natin malalaman na magta-touch lang siya or tangent lang siya to the x-axis or it crosses? Okay. If you can consider this, alright. So, using the synthetic division, we have 1, we have negative 6, okay? We have positive 11 and negative 6, okay? Now, ano ang taga-ano natin? So, let's try if we have negative 6, okay? If it is negative 6, then we have 1. This will become negative 6. If we add them, that will be negative 12. If you multiply them, okay, hindi na pwede si negative 6 kasi medyo malaki na. Okay, so, mali na yon. Now, let's consider what are the factors of negative 6? Let's say 1. Okay, so if it is 1, we have 1. Then we will have 1 here. Then multiply, add them. That will be negative 5. So, negative 5 times 1, that will be negative 5. If you add them, that is 6. So, 6 times 1, that will be 6. So, we have 0. So, 1 is our factor. Okay, so, meron na tayong factor na 1. Okay, so, having this, we have 1, negative 5, and 6. So, that is x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So, yun na magiging quadratic equation natin kapag finactor out natin yung isang 0 of the function, yung 1. Okay, so, solving for the other two, pwede tayong gumamit ng factoring. So, we have x here, this week. So, as we can see, this is positive 6, right? But negative ang middle natin. So, if that is the case, we will use negative 3 and negative 2. Okay, so negative 3 times negative 2, positive 6 yun. Pag i-add natin sila, negative 5. Okay, so therefore, the value for our x here is positive 3. The value for x here, dito banda, is positive 2. So, our zeros right now are the following. Okay? Nako, ano na itong trash. Okay, so we have 1, 3, and 2. So, therefore, we only have 3 values of x given that this is x cubed, right? And our values 1, 3, and 2 ay isang beses lang lumabas. So, if that is the case, then we can say that they are odd numbers or odd times. So, therefore, all of them crosses the x-axis. Okay, let's try if we are correct. Ayun, tama nga tayo, my dear math learners. Okay, easy lang talaga.
Right?
So, let's check. Ayun, mali nga yung tatlo. Okay, so if you are hesitant or if you are confused about knowing the behavior of the graph in terms or relative to the x-axis, I also have a video in our channel. Just look at the title, Polynomial Functions. Okay, so now let us go to question number 9. What is the maximum turning points of a 9th degree polynomial function? Is it A, 9, B, 8, C, 7, or D, cannot be determined? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, math learners, napakadali lang ng question na ito. Sabi ko nga kanina, para malaman niyo ang maximum turning points, what you will do is you get the degree, you subtract it by 1. Okay, so 9 minus 1, 8. So ito na yun. Ayan, easy lang talaga,
right?
my dear math learners. Now, let us go to question number 10. How do you describe the behavior of the graph of the function g of x is equal to negative x to the 8 minus 1. Okay, so ganun pa rin. Falls to the left and rises to the right. Rises to the left, downward. Ito naman both upward. Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, math learners, paano sagutin ang question na ito? Ganun pa rin. If we are knowing the behavior of the graph, what we will do is we will check the A, the value of A, whether it is positive or negative. And the A is yung coefficient ng ating degree. Our degree here, my dear math learner, is 8. right? So, ang coefficient niya is ito, may nakatagong 1 dito, so negative 1, and that is negative. So, if it is negative, my dear math learners, therefore, increasing and opens upward, wala na, out of the picture na yun. So, increasing, letter A, ayun, mali na ito. Yung rises upward, okay, mali na yan. Okay, so dalawa na lang ang pwede nating pagpilian. Yung both downward at saka yung decreasing. Okay, so, magbo-both downward tayo kapag even, magdi-decreasing tayo kapag it is odd. So, ano yung odd at even na sinasabi ko? Ito yung degree natin. So, if your degree is even, meaning divisible by 2, both. Okay. Kapag hindi naman, decreasing. Okay. So, our degree here is 8. So, therefore, this is divisible by 2. Therefore, our answer is both. Okay. Letter C. Ayan, my dear math learners. Right? Napakadali lang. Alright? I hope you got that one, my dear math learners. Kapag nahirapan pa kayo, check on the video in my channel okay, for specific discussion. Alright, now, congratulations my dear math learners. Tapos ka na sa first part ng ating reviewer series. Now, let us go to part 2.
I got a taste of the real world. I got battered on the North Shore. It gave me comfort when I always knew that. I always knew that you were there for me next door. I lived it hard on the long road.